Hello and welcome back to Story Glimpse. In today's writing workshop, we're going to discuss the importance of voice. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Story Glimpse. I'm Weston Kincade, bestselling horror and supernatural author. If you'd like to find out about my books, the links are below. Also, please remember, we'd love it if you would like, subscribe, and click the bell to find out about upcoming episodes. Let's get into today's episode, the importance of voice. The importance of voice really comes down to three main points. First is pacing. Second, realism, which I did a whole episode on realism and dialogue. If you'd like to follow the link above, you can find out more about that. And the third main point is historical relevance. So let's get started. First, you have pacing. Pacing is essential. If your pacing gets too slow, then your characters and your reader are going to feel like they're going nowhere. And so they're going to put the book down or the short story down. You need to make sure that with your dialogue, your pacing is such that it keeps the plot moving forward. It doesn't get bogged down in minutia, in details. But if you focus the dialogue so that you can actually keep the voice of the character and increase the pacing, you can actually build anticipation, you can streamline current events and kind of guide your reader to where you want them to be in the story. Secondly, I mentioned realism. Now, realism is incredibly important, especially with voice, because every person sounds different. It's a difficulty that's really common. I had it early on, but trying to make the voices of your characters sound different is something that makes them unique and makes them stand out. I've had characters that have little habits that helps, but the voice is your primary distinguisher between people. If you have a character that has a dialect or some way in which they say something or common words that they use, then that's going to help accentuate their voice and make them stand out, make them seem more realistic. The third main point was historical relevance. And the nice thing about dialogue and voice is you can actually also offer information about the character, their history, where they came from, who the antagonist is, things that they know and only they know through dialogue, rather than the alternative. Often, especially in older works, the alternative has been to just give it in direct narrative, give that information. But that slows the plot down. It slows the pacing down because you don't have the dialogue revealing it. So you can keep the plot moving forward with dialogue and their voice by revealing some of that straight from the character rather than direct narrative where the narrator actually describes it. So those are the three most important reasons that I can think of for voice to matter. But the three most important ways for you to actually make the voices of your characters sound as real as possible, and your short stories to have the greatest pacing as possible. Thank you again for joining us. I'm Weston Kincade, best-selling supernatural and horror author. Also, if you'd like to find out about my books, the links are below. Please remember to like, subscribe, and click the bell to find out about upcoming episodes. And if you'd like to hear about anything in particular, please leave a comment below. We'd love to find out, and we'd love to prepare some episodes specifically for you. So thanks for joining us, and remember, keep writing.